Welcome everybody. Welcome to another video. Um and you know what? This is a little bit of a different video than what I normally do. First off, let me just say this. This video is inspired by another YouTuber. This video literally the idea and everything is inspired by another YouTuber. And I have to give it up to him, the blog video that he shared was inspiring. And if you're a content creator, if you like making YouTube videos and stuff like that, you definitely want to listen to what he's saying in his video. So, big shout out to Delvon Digital. I'll link his channel in the description if you guys aren't aware of his channel. So that way you guys can check him out and subscribe to his channel. First off, let me just say this. I started following him a couple of years ago, and you know what? It was probably one of the best decisions that I ever did. Following not only his YouTube videos, following him on the X platform, and just listening to what he has to say and seeing what he does. He's really good at photography. As a matter of fact, some of the photos and stuff that I produced on my Instagram were inspired by things that he's done and listening to the photography methods that he would share, the little tips and tricks that he would give out. So other people out there who were like interested in photography and smartphone photography, you would get some insights to kind of help you take a really good photo and stuff. So been following him for a while, and I was a bit concerned because recently he did post on the X platform that he was going to walk away from YouTube. And I was disheartened by it because, yeah, I've been making YouTube videos, since 2010. Okay, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've seen channels come and go, and there are some channels that have left that I genuinely feel sad because I enjoyed watching their content as much as I make content. I also like watching other people's content. I like seeing, I like listening to the perspectives. I like seeing things that they come up with, and just, you really get to know a creator not just by what they tell you about their personal life, but the things that they show you in their vlogs, in their tech videos even as well. If they're a techie, if there's someone that writes scripts and likes to do little short fun clips and everything like that, like you really get to really know a creator based upon the things that you see of them, not just spoken words. And I've seen so many channels come and go. I've seen so many channels that I felt like should never have left. One of the things that it's not a, I don't know why some people feel like they're ashamed to say it. But there's really nothing wrong with it. But one of the things that does kind of you know push a creator beyond the point where they're just like they're done with all of this is numbers. When you look at your video, okay, and I'm opening up to you guys, so I'm gonna be very, very transparent right now. I know the feeling of when you think of an idea of a video that you want to do. Like you have the idea, so you're like, okay, I have the idea. I'm gonna go shoot it, and you go out of your way. You drive, half an hour away to some spot, and you shoot B-roll footage, or you shoot segment clips that you're gonna stitch together in a video editing, and you go through all the rhythms of it. You look for the best background music to play just to kind of give it a little bit of life. You make sure that your audios are legible to the point where people can hear you over the background music, and the background music is not drowning you out. You go through to the end of the earth and back to build this video that you're like so proud of, and then you upload it, and you're like you're excited, you're giddy, you're like, oh my god, I can't wait. Should I set this as an instant premiere? Should I schedule it as an instant premiere? Should I mark it for members only, and then fully open it up to everybody in a couple of hours? Like you try to find the best dynamic to put all this together, and you finally release the video, and you watch the video. I don't know about you guys, but I watch my own videos. Make fun of me all the fuck you want. I watch my own videos because in my mentality, if I'm not interested in watching my own videos, then why the hell would anybody else be interested? So I watch my own videos. I look at it. I'm like, yes, I give it the thumbs up. I'm like, yeah, good. I mean, of course, if you don't know, if you give yourself a thumbs up on YouTube, they just take that thumbs up away. So it doesn't really matter. But, so I go through all that, and then an hour passes. It got like 5 views. 2 hours later, 6 views. Let's say 7 hours later, 13 views. 1 day passes, you're at 21 views. 2 days pass, you're at 43 views. It gets disheartening because you're like, what did I do so wrong? What did I mess up on? Where did it go wrong? You start to think, and you're like, did they not like the music that I put? Maybe I shouldn't have put background music on it. Maybe I should have shot at a different location. Hell, a personal one for me is maybe my personality is too bland and stale. Maybe no one resonates with the way that I do videos and the way that I talk. No one gives a shit to hear what I have to say. It happens. It's disheartening. It's disheartening enough that it even makes us feel like that, okay, you know what? Maybe I should stop. I mean, I felt that way once before, but that was more of burnout. I was getting burnt out with YouTube way back in the day, and I nearly quit way back in the day. In 2017, I nearly quit. And I also did something that, I feel was a learning lesson when it comes to creating content. When you're a content creator and you're trying to push out videos, you're trying to get the videos out, you're trying to, especially in the tech community, you're trying to get the latest tech news out to everybody. There was times where I was putting out 4 or 5 videos a day, like literally putting out 4 or 5 videos a day. That's how I say, like, in the year of, like, 2014, all the way up until now, at those times, in the early times, I was grinding out a lot of videos, 4 to 5 videos a day, every day of the week. Didn't take any days off. And there was a point where I was watching the numbers grow on my channel. I was watching my subscriber count, that was sitting at like at 1,000 subscribers start to grow, and I was hitting 2,000 subscribers, 3,000 subscribers. I was making these videos, thanking everybody for 3K, for 4K, for 5K. I was climbing up, but I was also losing myself in all of it because I wasn't spending time with my kids as I should have. Like, I would see my kids, I would say hi, I would ask them how school's going, I would talk to them at dinner time. But, my kids felt like that I was too busy for them. So sometimes they didn't even really want to ask me to do anything with them because they were like, oh, dad's going to go make a video. Dad is going to go make a video right now. Don't bother him. You know, um, my wife and I got into so severe odds ends that we were like literally at the point of just separating. It came to that point, and then I was like making video after video after video, and I was going out and I was spending money that I shouldn't have spent. Like, I was going out and buying Boost mobile phones and unboxing them, and then you know um I just didn't want to let go of those phones. So it was like, people would always tell me like, hey man, you should literally just like sell the phones after you've unboxed them and you've done a review on them, like sell them, whatever. Yeah, I did a couple of giveaways. I gave away a couple of phones. You know what? And I did this poor. I'm poor. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, I don't have a lot of money. And I was doing that. I was being very irresponsible with money. And I did it all for this idea, right? Because when I first started making videos on YouTube, I was just happy to be here. I was happy to be a part of the dance. I was happy to be accepted in, right? YouTube partnership program. Blam. You're in it. You're in like Flint. Now your videos are going to have monetization turned on and you're going to make money for ad rolls placed in your videos. And I was so, so, so excited for it. Like, I felt like I was on top of the world. I felt like I was just, yes, I was just there. And then I started to lose myself in it because in the very beginning, I was just happy to be at the dance. I was just happy to make videos. I was just happy to see one view. One view meant a whole lot to me. You guys don't understand. Like, I know how hard this shit is. I know how hard being a content creator is. For everyone who just thinks I'm gonna record a video and it's gonna go viral and my first video is gonna get 1 million views, that's like 1,000,000 to 1 shot in the dark, right? You're aiming a thread through a needle hole in pitch blackness. It's that hard. Some people got it and some people don't, right? There are people who dropped one video and it went viral. And then all they had to do was just kind of replicate whatever it was that got them to that viral status. Some people spend their whole lives chasing it and never get it. Being a content creator is a hit or miss. It's never a guarantee. There are tons of creators that come out there and say, "Oh, we got seminars that will teach you guys how to work the algorithm to your benefit." But while they have the knowledge of how to work all this, they necessarily don't it doesn't work for everybody. There are some determining factors when it comes down to content creating, like charisma. Some people just have this personality that gravitates people to them and makes them come back and watch videos over and over again. And people's perceptions of someone's charisma is different. Not everybody has the same style. There are people who probably follow and watch all my videos because of my personality, my charisma, and they like it. While other people will look and be like, "Dude, this fool is stale as hell. His videos suck," and give me the thumbs down. There's a whole lot that goes into this. So when Devon talked about, that the numbers were getting to him, that he was getting lost in all of this, that he was, at this point where the numbers were just starting to become a negative to the point where it was beating down his confidence, and he was questioning his value and his worth, and if what he was doing was the right thing to do, or should he just walk away from all of it. And I know that feeling. It fucking sucks. It sucks so bad when you try so hard. You know what I mean? Like, my kids always talk about my dad's a YouTuber and he's got like 13,000 subscribers, but they don't really understand, right? Like, for how long I've been doing this, if I was, really liked by a lot of people, if my videos were that really much liked, I should be like at a couple of 100,000 subscribers, right? At least above 50,000 subscribers, given the how long I've been on YouTube, and I'm only at 13, and I only started to peak between 2014 and 2018, and in 2018, things kind of just went down. Like, my view counts way back in 2015, 2016, 2017, like my videos were like 400 or 500 views per video, 1,000 views, 10,000 views, 12,000 views. Now I'm barely scratching 100 views. There's days where like my videos only have 43 views for like 3 days, and then it starts to climb a little bit. There's videos that I'll put out and I'll have like 10, 12 views, and then after 48 hours, then it jumps above 100 views, and then it starts to plateau and just level out like at 150 views. And maybe every so often I'll get a video that reaches 1,000 views, and that's about it. When I upload YouTube Shorts, 400 views to 1,000 views is the max that I ever get, and I get nothing more than that. And I so badly wish that I would just, be able to have a bigger community to be able to engage with everybody. But maybe I suck at this. That was my mentality for such a long time towards the end of everything, until I stopped caring. And I'm not saying like don't care about the creating your content and your craft and everything. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that I'll put every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears into a video, and I am not going to be disheartened if I only have 2 views. I refuse to let those views define my creativity. And I will pump these videos out, because while maybe 1 million people don't give a fuck about my videos, there's a couple of hundred people that do. And if they do, great. And if it helps even just one person, that's great. In my book, I'm the champion. I'm the fucking champion. If I just helped one person, I'm the champion. Because this is what I love to do. I love to sit in front of a camera and talk to you guys. I love to talk to you guys about a phone that I'm excited about. Oh, Pixel 8a. Oh, Pixel 9a. Pixels. Nothing phone. OnePlus. I get excited to talk to you guys about these things. I like talking about mobile technology because I've been fascinated by it, ever since, I got hired to work for Verizon in their call center, and I got to spend time on the phone talking with customers who were ordering new phones. Should they get the LG Envy? Should they get the LG Chocolate? And man, this was fucking cool as hell. The Moto Razr V3M. What's so great about it? What about the Motorola Q? I heard that that's like a BlackBerry style type phone. And I was talking phones for 10, 12 hours. I was taking on extra shifts just to be able to stay and talk about phones. I was really good at my job as customer service for Verizon Wireless. And this is just another style of it, but I'm making a video, sharing with you guys about it, pouring my heart out into it. And sometimes I'm so comfortable with you guys that I let you guys in on personal things in my life. I tell you stories about my past when I was a fuck up, a degenerate. I messed up on a lot of things. I hurt people when I was young, conniving and manipulative. I hurt people and I did all types of bad shit I'm not proud of. And then I just realized that all I was doing back in those times was trying to be somebody that I'm not. I try to emphasize myself as this badass, this cool person. And deep down inside, the nerd that I always was there, alive. And I found him again through this. And I spare my family of them, getting that pasty look on their face because, dad's talking to them about mobile tech and they're just like, oh. So I have all you guys. I have every one of you guys that enjoy the content and watch it. You know what I mean? So the numbers I don't get hung up on anymore. The subscriber count, I don't know why the subscribers keeps going up, but it does. Somehow it does, And I'm grateful for it. Everyone that clicks subscribe, I am fucking grateful for it. I am. But know this, guys like Roberto Blake have made mention, right? Like, you can have 1 million subscribers, and if you're getting 10% of 1 million subscribers and views, you're doing okay. If you're getting 5% of your subscriber count in views, you're doing okay. So I just want to say this to other content creators out there. Don't get hung up on the numbers because they could become a negative and they will defeat you. All right? If creating content is your passion, it's what you love to do. It could be talking about tech. It could be talking about cars. It could be talking about Crayola crayons. It could be talking about coloring books. It could be talking about coin collecting. It doesn't matter. If that is what you enjoy to do, people will see it and they will hear it in your videos. You need not worry about anything else. Just make the content that you like to make. Listen to your fan base too. They give good advice. They request a certain video, make that video for them. You're not too good for them. Make that video for them. You got to equally make videos that your viewers want to watch. Plus, you also got to make videos that you want to make too. You can't be one or the other. But above all, everything else, if I leave you guys with any type of wisdom for the years that I've been doing YouTube, let me just say this. Like I said, don't get hung up on the numbers. Enjoy what you're doing. Because if you're not enjoying what you're doing, what is the sense of doing this? And if you're coming into the YouTube game because you want to become a big influencer, you want to get sponsored by companies, you want free phones sent your way or free products sent to you, or you think you're going to make buku dollars on this, you're in the wrong field. Being a YouTube partner, a part of the YouTube partnership program, okay, that is, it's a blessing. And it's more of like, it's great, but it's not the everything. It's not. It doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else. It doesn't mean that your channel rises above everybody else. All right. If you're doing it all for the money, then you need to reevaluate why you're doing this.